The feature, little learning is a dangerous thing.
Little learning is a dangerous thing. That's a great title as well.
All I had really was the sound guy and a camera assistant, and I just hand the camera off and I'd have to lie down. So
Wow.
that stuff was happening.
So goodness, that's your film being shown here tonight at Pancake Studios.
So live.
So Dominic Curran,
Yeah.
writer, director. Tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm a writer director from Belfast.
Right. And how long have you been writing and directing?
I mean, realistically, since I was like 8 years old, like very, very young.
Wow. So you had the itch for it at the very beginning.
First, wanted to be a zookeeper and then wanted to make films. Like that was the...
Absolutely. And at least, in both of those, you get to work with animals sometimes, not always furry kind. But what's your most, what's the project that you've worked on so far that you're most proud of, do you think?
I mean, I'm finishing off my first feature that I've sort of self-financed. It's like micro budget. And it's, I mean, watching it now and I'm really proud of it. It's everything I'd hoped. Sort of tried to write something for years. I've been trying to write something that I can make for like no money, and it still seems like a real movie. It doesn't just seem like low budget.
Yeah, because sometimes it does seem a bit gratuitous whenever you see the budgets for these films and you think, what in the world needs to cost that amount of money?
Yeah. I've just got back. I was over this mentorship thing, Werner Herzog there, and that was the whole point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was the whole point of the whole thing, because he's like very, very like keep the budgets low, don't do too many takes, don't waste time. So like that was already sort of my philosophy, but now I'm trying to really like build an actual model for films to function on a very...
I'll be keeping an eye on you. That is awesome, especially mentored,
Yeah, like with 49 other people, to be fair.
As they say in France, and what? So you're making this movie. What do you have a title for it yet?
Yeah, the feature. Little learning is a dangerous thing.
Little learning is a dangerous thing. That's a great title as well.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. And how are you finding it? Are you managing to do it on a micro budget? Are you finding it more difficult?
It's finished, like it's edited.
Oh, wow.
We just need trying to get some more financing to finish like color and sound, but it's watchable. Like it's
well,
I've showed it to loads of people and they've enjoyed it, from film people to people who don't like even watch very many movies, and they've enjoyed it. So it's looking,
yeah.
I mean,
I love that about people in the creative sort of industry. I know creative industry sounds like a bit of a, misnomer, because you think creativity and you're not thinking monetization, but it is very much an industry now. But there's such a get up and go with creatives as well, like yourself, thinking not going to sit around and wait on the funding falling out of the sky. I'm going to go and going to try and make this movie and do it, with an artist's eye.
Yeah, and then hopefully, I mean, the hope is that people know what I do now. At least when the film comes out, people can trust me, because I don't know. A lot of what I like to do is quite, I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it can be quite intense or seemingly difficult. But I have a way of working that makes it possible and makes something interesting.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say how something actually is. Absolutely, and they say, what is it? Making something look easy is the hard part. Well, I don't know if they say that, but I say that. Looks like I'm doing nothing. Like making something look easy is the hard part. Have you any interest in things that have happened to you while in your sort of in this process? Has anything come up during it that you've thought has been a bit weird or wonderful? You know how you get these wee moments sometimes where you're like, oh, or you overcome a problem and you're like, I did that and I didn't think I could,
Yeah, well, so not long after we shot it over the course of a year. It was with Ryan Early he's in Fun Boys, which is on TV at the minute, and I've shot sketches with him for years, so he just came on board. We shot it over the course of the year during free time, but after like the first 2 weekends of shooting, I developed, it sounds like my film.
That's prophetic fallacy right there.
Can I check? Is that
sorry?
such perfect timing. it is actually my
Oh my goodness, that's your film being shown here tonight at Pancake Studios.
It's so loud. Here.
I
Yeah,
really
the
want to get
score,
it.
and that's very, very loud. It's really.
You have a score and everything. Who
Yeah,
did your
the score on that was Chris Ryan from Robo Cobra Quartet. But the score in the new one is Sun Zapped is his DJ name, but he's Liam McCartan. And he's phenomenal. Like it's phenomenal. So he's a huge part of the process. But yeah, over the course of the year I was filming, I developed like severe stomach irritation and could barely stand a lot of the time. And I'm a cinematographer as well.
Oh
so
gosh.
I had to just
stomach it.
And I was running the whole thing, so I'd like film, and then all I had really was the sound guy and a camera assistant, and I'd just hand the camera off, and I'd have to go lie down in another room while stuff was happening.
There's something to be said about a director as well who can actually who's a cinematographer. Because not everybody is that sort of double threat. Or so to be able to have that eye, do you think it makes it more personal for you in that you've more hands on?
Yeah, like that from very young. Like David Fincher was a big inspiration for me very young. He was always like, you should know everything so that you can't be taken advantage of. He's very paranoid, but he was sort of saying, so you can't be taken advantage of. You should know every other department. So yeah, from a very young age, that was always a big thing. And I also, when I'm younger, you don't really, loads of people tell me this, like my wife tells me she didn't know that she thought a director was the cinematographer. Like everyone just thinks the camera guy is the director, basically.
Yes. Yeah, they think it's the same thing.
So when I was younger, there's no one telling me anything else, so I just did it anyway.
Yeah, that's great. There's something to be said about that hyper focus, but for example, I have ADHD, so sometimes I'll hone in on something and everything else disappears.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said. Like there's a lot of people as well that happen to come through here tonight that are like, oh, I'm ADHD too. And I'm going, I wonder, is it a creative thing then? Because we want to take the clock apart and understand how it works, know?
Yeah, totally.
What was the first, mode of filming that you did? Did you have an old phone or an old camcorder or anything like that?
My sister mentioned it in her wedding speech. I don't remember this at all, but apparently we had my parents had a camcorder, and we made some sort of superhero movie with teddy bears sort of thing. I don't remember it at all, but apparently that was the first thing.
The formative memories. Yeah, that's it. And look, the next big thing, I'll be looking forward to watching you going to collect your Oscar. Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be that's where I'll end up, but
who knows?
Yeah, so.
Who knows? I'm really excited. I can't wait to watch your film.
The film also just as it's about the pollution of Loch Ness as well. Is a big central part of the movie. Just
green algae. That's something that everyone should take heed and have. I would really love to see that actually, because it's something that everybody wants to know a bit more on also, because we're all reading about it, sort of this veneer of it. Nobody's really get into the nitty gritty of stories surrounding it or anything that's going on.
I mean, I probably don't speak fully to the problem, but the whole movie is really about people trying to learn through the internet and through simplified learning, and how that sort of spurs up emotions more. It's so funny hearing the score just in the background.
Wow.
It's so loud. But yeah, it's about how you sort of create this impression of learning in your head, and really it's just an avenue for your emotions to come out, particularly in men. A lot of times we'll use an ideological position as an excuse to carry out violence. And, that's what the movie's really about.
Wow, that is very, very on the nose as well right now. Kind of very topical. Something, people talk about it. There's a gender war going on apparently, online. And, I'm thinking, is it the people's views and perspectives are shifting?
Yeah.
It's interesting that you said about learning, and that, because you were talking about how whenever you were younger, you wanted to understand everything, Yeah. So you kind of even brought that into the film as well, this concept of, is it more like self-improvement almost through learning?
Like sort of cheating self-improvement almost through the internet. When I was in my early 20s, when I graduated, I just felt that my movies were about nothing and they were quite stupid, and I wasn't particularly intelligent, and I didn't really understand Northern Ireland or the history of Northern Ireland, so instead of working on set, I just got a job working in a shop and spent a lot of my time reading. And as I read, the unfortunate thing with learning is that you sort of realize how much there is to learn, and how like sort of how everyone is really stupid in their own way and ignorant in their own way. And
all I know is I know nothing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly it.
And then once you get that wee taster, it's, you know, it's an appetizer, isn't it? You want to eat the whole plate. You want to eat the world, don't you? It is. It's been really, really interesting speaking to you. Thank you so much. It's already, like, you had imposter syndrome for a man. You're already, you know, got above the rest. But thank you so much for coming in. I'm looking forward to seeing the film.
Yeah.
Brilliant to speak to you.
Get it out there.
Yes. Make sure that you go and see. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best now. Yeah.